welcome to Pantheon of the Geeks. You join us for an unboxing and put together of Streets of Venice Scenics.
Yes, so these are the first two. We're going to do a couple of bridges. We also have a couple of buildings in the next video we're going to do. I thought we'd start with the bridges.
And this isn't because we want to go to Venice or anything.
Well, it is.
Well, we do, but...
It's also because we're playing Canevale!
Yay!
If you've seen that. So these are mainly for that. I didn't actually buy this for that either. But I just haven't had a chance to put it together yet. And now we decided to play Canevale, which is awesome. Great, it all works out quite well.
Yeah.
So these are two of the bridges. This is the Lion Bridge. This is the biggest of the bridges at the moment, anyway. And this is one of the smaller fancy bridges, Small Bridge B. There's a Small Bridge A as well. We will be getting that, so you'll probably see that in a future video. And then there's some like basic bridges without all the fancy on as well. You're like 2 for a $5 or something.
Cool.
I think it's going to be good because just having them as 3D objects as opposed to the flat card.
Yeah,
I mean they're useful for practicing the game, but for actually playing it, I think these are going to be much better.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot more you can do as well.
Pick one. If you want to start.
We'll go with the biggie.
Oh, right. Okay, so MDF. If you've never used MDF scenery again, this is from TTcombats. They're one of the best supplies I've found of the MDF scenery.
Apart from Sarissa.
Sarissa's good as well.
But that is expensive.
I mean, they're not paying me to do this, so I don't have to big them up that much. But I do like everything I've got from both those companies actually. So. Right, so we have some grey board, aka cardboard, here. This is for the fancy parts of the bridge. Got a little line symbol on those. Some of these are falling out.
Very alliance with the lion symbol.
The alliance.
Yeah.
I like the forward one. So I'm going to be using a knife. There is a knife, and we'll cut along the back with any of the parts that look like they're not going to just drop out, because we don't want to tear the card. So don't just yank at this stuff because it will tear, and you'll be crying like I did the first time we did it. Well, maybe not as bad as that, but anyway.
It was bad.
Yeah. So those are the card grey board parts, and then we have the MDF parts. Only 2 slides for this one. Slides, sprues, whatever they are. And same thing, turn them over and cut from the back. And then you'll see a little bits which are connected. Anything that just doesn't drop out when you do that, go on with a knife. Otherwise you do run the potential of tearing it. You can sort of ease them out like that. But just be careful not to tear things. So let's get all these parts out and then we'll be back. Okay guys, so we're back. We've taken everything off the wooden sprues and everything. There's no instructions with this, but you can pretty much figure it out. The bottom parts from the picture on the front are going to go sort of like opposite each other like that. So you have the holes there are going to be the outermost part, which you'll see. And then we've got these strand sort of long bits there with the 2 little notches on the bottom. They're going to fit into there. And we want the brick side sort of showing outwards. So the details showing outwards. And that's going to go there. That's going to be one side, and then the other one is going to go opposite that, like so. Okay. So we'll glue them in place, but then we also have these to put in. So the bridge itself is going to fit on there, like that. And then the actual steps of the bridge are all these. They're all exactly the same. And they're going to slot into there, which lines them up. Okay. And then the next one of these is going to go on into that, like so. And you build it up like that. So obviously there's 4 around the set, so there should be 8 of these, is that right?
Yep.
No, there isn't, is there?
No.
So there's 6 of these, that's right.
Ah, 6,
the top
and
one
then that one is for that.
Has the main one on, which is really cool. Has that on. Brilliant. And that is going to fit in the top part there when you get to it. That's how this fits together. It's not going to be any more difficult than that. The only difficult part is getting it to fit together on both sides at the same time, which is going to take some fiddling. So I think
you fit everything in on this side first of all, and then maybe fit that one in once everything's glued in.
Yeah. I wonder if it might be easier to do this in reverse.
So do the top bit first and then
Put
work down.
Yeah, if we glue all these in place with the steps in the middle on one side, and then put the two parts together and then attach them to the bottom part.
We can see which way it works.
I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Okay.
And if it's successful, I'll be back. And if I'm not successful, this will be the end of the video. So you guys, we'll see you in a minute. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to glue that in, and then I'm going to glue each of these into the slots. And then I'm going to glue the slots underneath. And then once all these are in place, I'm going to put the other side of the bridge on. And then I'm going to put the bottom parts of the bridge on.
Well, before we go, we're just going to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year for the next 10 years, just in case.
Never see you again. Right. Now, drum rolling. Okay, it worked. Yay! So there we are, that's the main structure of the bridge done. It's just adding the grey board on the side. We have two of these. One's going to go on there, and then one on the other side. And then we have four of these. So it's going to go on there, and then one on the inside as well. So one will go on there. So I'm just going to apply them. One of those did rip when it was coming off. It doesn't really matter that much because we're going to be gluing it on, and it's just cardboard, so it's not a biggie. Once it's together, should hide the rip. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll be back. Okay, so there is the finished bridge. It is still drying, but you can see the motifs on the side there. Really easy to put together. That's totally easy. Just for a scale reference, there's one of the slaves from Canevale. You see this is quite a big bridge, so you can fit like some big models on there, like that.
I think you can get up to about 3 models.
3 of these size.
3 of those size models, yeah.
I think you can just snugly fit them on there. And the step's pretty good because you can balance one of the 30mm bases anyway on there.
Mm-hmm.
There we go, so that's the big lion bridge. So we'll do the smaller fancy bridge.
This one?
Yep. Just remove that out of the way. Still drying, so just got to be very careful with it. Once it dries, it'll be solid.
Yeah, clippers on this bubble wrap. Yeah, I mean bubble wrap, not bubble wrap, shrink wrap. Sorry. Right, so
I wish it was bubble wrap.
Oh, that's awesome bubble wrap.
Oh, it's the Doctor Who bubble wrap. I don't want that.
That's not nice.
Right, okay, so this is a small bridge obviously, small bridge B, that's the colour. And then the size of the actual grey board itself, you can see. Those bits are falling out. I'll have to try and get them out later. That's the grey board section. And then we have the small section here, which essentially looks exactly the same, just on a smaller scale. Seems like it's got all the same fittings and everything. One less step, and we have the larger part for the top and the 2 bottom parts. So let's get all these off the sprue, and then we can have a look at it. Okay, so same as before, we're going to get one side, and then we have the top part that goes on there. I think it's universal. I think it's going to go on there. These are actually numbered, 2 and 3.
And that one's got a number on there which says 1.
So if that's 1, that'll be 2, and that'll be 3. I don't know if there's a difference between them.
I don't think there is. I think it's just.
But they have numbered these, so we'll put them in order. And if that's 1, that has to be 2, that has to be 3. So again, we'll put these together. We'll put the step dividers in. That's going to go in like that, and then go in like that, just as before. So I'll come back once that's done, and then we'll put on the next part. Okay, so there is the bridge together. It's easier to handle because it's smaller. So now we need to stick the grey board on. So the grey board doesn't go on the outside, it goes on the inside. And there's 2 little slats left in the top part where these two little slots are going to go. So it needs to fit onto the inside. How round does it go though? I think it'll go that way. Like that. So it needs to fit on there. And then we have the outer part, which goes on the bottom, which needs to fit on there. So I'll go ahead and stick those together, and we're back with a finished bridge. And there it is finished. Simples. Looks really good as well.
It does actually, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to painting these.
There's a lot of character in them.
Yeah, there's plenty of strength in the MDF. That, you just have to be careful with the grey board, obviously, because that's all that's made of. But they look amazing. There we go. And again, just for scale, well, you see the two bridges together there, but just for scale purposes, there's a 30mm base model on there. So you've got plenty of room on there, even for the larger models, which is cool. Right, so those are two of the bridges from Canevale. The bridges go together very similar. We'll be getting the other one of these fancy bridges. We'll get with that, and we'll probably get the smaller bridges. Whether we do a video on that or not, I don't know, because if they go together exactly the same as these, there might not be much point. So you might just see us using them in the games. But if there's anything different, I might do a video on them. But I'll have a look. So stay tuned for that in the future. But the next video you see, we're going to be doing one of the buildings from Canevale. And we'll do the other buildings as we get them, because some of the buildings are quite different. Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed this short video on the bridges. And please like and subscribe, it helps out loads. Put in the comments what else you want to see, especially for Canevale. It's one of the games we want to really focus on.
Yeah.
And then we've also got Gangs of Rome in the background, so you'll see some more of that soon. Again, we're going to be doing some scenery for that, we're going to be doing some more models for that, and playing some more games of that. And also, early next year I'll be starting another game, but I'm going to leave that as a secret for now. But there we go. So you guys stay tuned, and please like and subscribe, tell your friends about us, and hopefully you'll join us again soon.
See you soon.
Bye for now.
Bye.